Brunswick Stew. This is perfect on a cold, rainy day. It'll warm you up. It'll satisfy your appetite when you've been outside working so hard. Gather around. Let me show you how to make an authentic Brunswick stew that won't take all day long to make. You'll love it, and your family will love you for it. We need 4 tablespoons of butter. We'll melt that. Now that the butter's melted, we're going to put in 1 large chopped onion. We're just going to saute that until the onions are soft. Now that the onions have softened, the next thing we're going to do is add 3 cloves of chopped garlic. And we're just going to give that about 30 seconds to get fragrant. Okay. The next thing, we have about 4 cups of broth that I cooked the pork tenderloin in. If you go get your barbecue from your favorite barbecue place, then you could use 4 cups of chicken stock. Next, I've got 2 tablespoons of Worcestershire, and I like my barbecue with a little heat, so here's a 1/4 teaspoon of cayenne pepper. The next thing we're going to add is a 14.5 ounce can of diced tomatoes. You could use fire roasted tomatoes if you like. These are just regular chopped tomatoes. Got 1 small can of corn. That's a 15.25 ounce can. Then we'll put a can of lima beans, and that's about a 14.5 ounce can. I love Williamson Brothers barbecue sauce. I use the original. This is about 2 cups or 16 ounces. I put the entire bottle in. Now, if you like sweet barbecue, then you could get something like Baby Ray's or something like that. But I like my barbecue to sort of be a little vinegary and a little spicy. And this is one of my favorites. Then the last thing we do is we chop up our pork tenderloin. You could use a pork picnic, a pork shoulder. That's all the same thing. I kind of like to use a tenderloin because there's not as much fat with it. And we're just going to chop that up. I would say this is about 2 cups of pork, chopped pork meat. I cooked this in the crock pot overnight, and I let it cool off a little bit so I can handle it a little bit better. Okay, and we're ready to get everybody in the pool. Now we're just going to heat this through for about 30 minutes, and it'll be ready to spoon up. And I just have to show you my wonderful spoon, that wooden spoon that I got from my daughter for Christmas. She burned her name and a little heart on it, and I know that stirring it with this spoon is going to make it extra good. Ooh, I can't wait to try this. Brunswick Stew. It's good on a cold, rainy day like today. Now that's a warming kind of soup. It's tangy. It tastes like barbecue sauce. There's a little bit of heat in the back of my throat from the cayenne, and I love to eat it with Ritz crackers and with saltine crackers. So I hope you try this at home. Brunswick Stew. It'll warm you up. See you in the next video.